as we go into the lower bracket semi-final. What a segue, huh? So good. WFZ versus HurricaneBO. Once again, the Night Elf versus Undead. This time we start on Last Refuge. The loser is eliminated from Yule Cup. The winner is facing the loser of Lawlight versus TH. That will be played right after this one. So, with the game that WFZ played, do you think he vetoed Twisted this time?
I know you're trying to make this comical, but honestly, I don't think so, because this was the predictable Twisted outcome. You know, it's expansions everywhere, and he must have known that before. But I guess he doesn't mind too much, even though it was his downfall in that game.
According to our stats, this is the first time these players face each other, which is quite rare to see in the scene, especially with Chinese competition.
That seems hard to believe.
Yeah, maybe it's just a bug in the overlay, we'll see. So let's go then. WFZ for Lucky Future, of course. HurricaneBO, it would be quite a surprise if he survives the lower bracket semifinal. We all expected WFZ, TH, and Lawlight in the top 3. But you never know. Thank you, Effectus, for the Prime sub.
Thank you very much. So I think WFZ's switching up his build order here, going back to the standard of the old meta, the Ghoul opening with a slightly delayed first hero, which is going to be the Death Knight. On both sides of things, earlier on he showed that he likes the Demon Hunter a lot. Here though, it is going to be the Keeper. Demon Hunter appears to be rather a specialty against human, whereas against it's going to be, the Master of the Trees again.
Stoker confirms WFZ never played against Bo in tournaments, and Stoker knows everything, as he's one of the Liquipedia gods that provide us with so much great coverage.
That's amazing. Like, they've both played in the Chinese scene for years now.
Yeah.
And never met. How weird.
HurricaneBO is going back to the Keeper. The Demon Hunter play against TH didn't work out that well. Of course, it's a different matchup. Wait, it's a Huntress opening.
Yeah, very unusual.
The fuck?
Extremely unusual. Normally, we always see an Archer opening starting off with creeping, getting to level 2 quickly, and then moving on fairly fast to level 3. Now, that's not going to be the case. Keeper's going to be stuck on level 1 for a long time, but he can be very disruptive, can harass creeping, can harass the main, so it's going to be denying experience for both, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a late level 3 Keeper here on Last Refuge. I mean, you can catch up easily with Hunters, but WFZ just starts the tech.
Yeah, it's a level 1 Keeper. On level 1 you can't do too much.
Well, he can Entangle, but he went for Treants. I think with Entangle this would have been much better, right?
Actually, I don't think so. You entangle something, but you only have one source of damage, and that's the Keeper. Whatever you entangle gets coiled, and the Keeper's gonna get right-click in the meantime.
Nice save by WFZ, having this little niche here between the shop and the ziggurat. And he has a spare Acolyte, so okay, that is very understandable then to tech early. And the coils are ending up on the Keeper, he's down to 50%, and he's expanding right away.
Huntress into Expo, okay. I kind of like that, I guess. When you go Hunts, you have to expand, they just fall off way too hard. They don't have marksmanship, unfortunately.
A player's forces are under attack.
DK here, a bit of experience so far from the Treants. Has actually added up. Makes it so that if the Ghouls solo creep the green camp next to the main now by themselves, it's going to be level 2 for the Death Knight right away. That will be a big level up, of course. But now the Huntresses start coming out, and this is where the map control from the Keeper really starts to come into effect. A high number of hunts, plus the Keeper is very scary in the early game. With Entangle, that is. But as we saw earlier, he's got Treant. So I think for the early game Treant harass, or base harass, the Treants were better. But now I would tend to agree with you. Now Entangle would certainly be much, much better.
He has some good vision on the map, so he knows what WFZ is doing. Summons the skeletons here. Damage is not that high, but can be prevented, thanks to, you mentioned it, the lack of Entangle.
A town is under siege.
This expo should come through.
It's 7 ghouls. That's a lot of damage coming in.
Are they too late, though? Against 3 hunts and the Treants?
So there's gonna be a couple more seconds for this to finish. Around 20 or so.
Oh, this is the kill.
A player's force
They arrive in
That should be
time.
enough. Yep.
Even if it finishes, you can't repair against that. There's no wisps here. Oh. Okay, cancels it now. But now it's Ghouls versus Huntress, and usually the Undead loses this. Not if you go for a surround, though. Ooh, it could have been in
Almost.
the town portal.
siege.
Fighting head-on here isn't very recommendable for the ghouls, but they can just walk away. Yes, the hunts are faster, but not that much faster, and the keeper, of course, still doesn't have entangle. Coils could be used to save these ghouls here as well. So far, no ghouls have died. The expo is cancelled. The Night Elf is stuck on tier 1 with double hunts, or mass hunts so far. Yeah, this is looking excellent for
A
WFZ.
player's forces
I agree.
are under attack.
And that's so helpful for him after this winner bracket semi-final we've just seen. Tier 2 tech is on the way for Bo, but yeah, super far ahead for the Undead. Also close to level 2. Bo expands again. One steal is level 2. And prevents the Keeper from level 2. There we go, Unholy Aura.
This is looking very good for WFZ indeed. Kind of what we were expecting, I guess. WFZ has to be the favorite here. Plenty of ghouls for him, by the way. Could make a tier 3 frenzy ghoul
player's
timing
forces are under
very
attack.
effective.
He's rushing tier 3 already.
Isn't even too far away, exactly. Going for slaughter before the Lich even.
Yeah. It's quite rare, but with the DK not being 3, I kind of see it. So we see the tier 3 tech before the Night Elf even reaches tier 2. There's a little bit of lumber issue because he pulled so many ghouls, but now he fixes that, I guess. And the Lich must be in production soon.
Nice Skeleton Scout again, seeing the Tree of Life, but I think at this point it's fine to just let this come up. It's still gonna be more than 2 minutes until this actually starts mining. More like around 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And by then you're gonna be in perfect shape to either counter expand or just go for the big tier 3 timing. And Huntresses don't like tier 3 timing.
That's correct. Especially they don't like Destroyers and Nova.
Triple Hero, Fiend, Focus Fire, Frenzy Ghouls in the front also to provide more damage. It's gonna be a tough hold for Bo to pull off here. If the Undead WFZ doesn't get disrupted here in the meantime. There's still an opening for the Keeper to find, to go on a Fiend hunt or something. But he's staying passively on his side of the map. I'm not sure that that is the right call at this point in the game.
I thought the same, but he needs level 3 as well, right? So he's focusing on that, has to creep the expo. So this is kind of what he has to do. He could do that with the Alchemist alone. Try to get ghouls and acolytes.
But if he sacrifices his level 3 for the DK's level 3, I think that's okay. I think that would have been a better call. I think he gave too much freedom here to Mr. WFZ, who's gonna be creeping level 3 here. Now with the Death Knight, he is tier 3. He's getting the orb and Frenzy and Destroyer after. Destroyer form is a little bit late because he was low lumber for a while there. The Slaughterhouse wasn't quite as timely as he would have liked, but it's gonna be coming in rather soon.
Yeah, and so many ghouls survived the early. That's really the issue. I mean, usually I'm the biggest fan of Acid Bomb against ghouls, but against 7 of them, it's gonna be so much. But WFZ very comfortably just creeping. There was a Wisp, so HurricaneBO knows exactly what he does, and he's heading right over.
WFZ definitely doesn't want to lose the Fiend. Losing ghouls here is okay, 1 or 2, but even those will be saved. The Keeper has plenty of intelligence, plenty of mana to use still. Holding on to it for now, though. Now they're battling for the big one. Ogre Magi will drop a big item. WZ would love to get it, but this could be a little expensive for him. He still doesn't have Destroyers.
Okay, first coil ends up on the ghoul, saving that for now. 5 Treants, but they're all been blocked by the Huntress. They can't steal the big experience now. Keeper is far in the back. I like that it has good damage as well. Oh, steals it with a Nova. Sweet.
And a few more right clicks plus coil could be a Huntress kill here. There we go. He's gonna lose another ghoul for this. And it's starting to become a lot of ghoul losses. WZ is a little bit impatient here going into this battle. This is 3 ghouls down, 4 ghouls down, about to be 5 ghouls killed, but finally destroyed.
Yes, that took some time, but now what can he really do? The Huntress will melt and TP out for Bo. Didn't want to lose. Oh boy, not with the Hunt though. And they're blocked, and they're Nova, and they're dead.
range there, just barely. And it was a little whoopsie. Mana Stone for the Death Knight. Perfect item, exactly what you were hoping for. Only thing he's kind of missing right now is a level 3 Lich, and then he doesn't even need to be on 2 bases because he's so superior in tech. Yeah. Fiends slaughter this Night Elf army. All WFZ needs is decent heroes, a high number of Fiends, and he's certainly capable of taking a very good fight.
So here we go with a Tinker push. How many ghouls? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's fine. In combination with the Pocket Factory.
God. It just started mining a second ago.
Yep.
That's
40.
So late.
40 gold. He doesn't even have 5 wisps to repair here. Usually you use a Nova against the repair, but the Tinker can just do it.
And he's coming in for the defense with, okay, a decent number of Dryads. This is 7. Only against 2 Fiends. But still the damage isn't all that high. Destroyer's of course there for the Dispel when he needs it. Get the Treants first. Now level 3 for the Lich with more and more Dryad kills. 2 have fallen already. He's taken out the Ghouls, yes, but the Fiends are still standing. Going for that one next, but quick Dispel along with the Coil keeps that one safe also. The Keeper now in trouble. Has to go for the healing potion, but that may not be enough. He's getting continuously right-click down.
Alchemist is... Alchemist there next to Fiend almost died. So he's just continuing to slaughter these Fiends. And there's another Nova. He knows that his Keeper is falling. GG! Walk in the park for WFZ. That's what you get when you don't play mass archers.
Don't start like that, Neo.
No. I know.
Yeah, that was an unusual opening.
Yeah. This Huntress play didn't pay off at 1 bit.
Yeah, true. WFZ, the most important move in that game was to scout the Expo in a timely manner, cancel it, and then delaying the Night Elf's game plan by so much, and then superior tech wins.
Yeah, the tech was so far ahead, like 1.5 techs. Since the Expo got cancelled, and yeah, then he put all his money, I guess, on the Expo. So yeah, that didn't work out. Well, I like that he plays unusual stuff, though. The Demon Hunter against TH, the Huntress opening here. Just to try to surprise your opponent, but his opponents are just so much more experienced than him in pro play.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, trying to cheese your way to victory only works that far. You can't, like... I don't think you can really improve to the next level by cheesing every game. So I think at one point you have to start playing seriously, start playing the meta, and outplay your opponent. But today that's not really working for him.
I like this more than just playing standard and then getting wrecked in the first fight. If this works, then he has a nice early. And WFZ has like no chance to push with ghouls anymore, and then things spiral from there. But yeah, didn't. So WFZ 1 map away from the lower bracket final,
where he would certainly be meeting a tougher opponent than Bo.
Yes.
As after this, it's gonna be a cool game. We're gonna have in the upper bracket final TH versus Lawliot, and then the loser, of course, going up against the winner of this one. Rather likely WFZ. So plenty more games to come. We're kind of at the halfway mark. 2 series behind us, 2 series in front of us, and number 3 is where we're exactly sitting in right now.
You only get prize money, by the way, if you make it to the top 8, and then every round it kind of doubles. $300 if you reach the playoffs, $750 if you make it top 4, $1,500 for 3rd place, $3,000 for 2nd place, $6,000 for 1st place. A very top-heavy tournament.
Yeah. These, of course, are the last 2 to join here today from Group D. We already have 6 other ones from the previous 3 groups. Big names represented. Lin, the biggest surprise so far, not making it in. And Sok, surprisingly, positively surprising, making it in his group.
Yeah, Fly also eliminated thanks to Sok's good performance. So exactly. The Orcs continue to suffer. Also from mass archers, as Moon played yesterday. So, Bo in the blue in the upper left of Echo Isles, WFZ in the upper right. I was kind of hoping for Dreadlord, but I guess that's a Lucifer special at this point in the pro scene.
I think so too. Or is this the Dreadlord build? No, it's not. With the Dreadlord build, this altar would be later. This is once again looking like DK. Standard opening here, no keeper adjustment, no late crypt instant altar, but rather fast ghouls here to have plenty of those little boys out early to be aggressive if that should be required. Both taking a bit of a risk in the early game, going for the Ancient of War creep at the Merc camp. Even in the old days of stronger Agents of War, this was a little bit scary. Nowadays, even more so the case. But of course, if it goes unscouted, this gives you a nice head start into the game.
Especially needed if you play a Warden, and that's exactly what HurricaneBO does. Fourth map, third hero that he plays. After 2 Demon Hunters, 1 Keeper, he's now going to what worked very, very well for Lawlight against WFZ here. With Shadow Strike, but you need the fast level 3, and with that, it's absolutely impossible to lose a creep here. You need all that experience. Acolyte is making the way over, no ghoul, so that should go unpunished.
Yeah, I think he should bring the ghouls right now. He sees the Ancient of War isn't here, so it must be down in the south, where it's greedily being crept at the Merc camp. He could have brought the ghouls here a couple of seconds ago, then he should have been in time to harass. But he's not doing it. Perhaps he's anticipating a keeper, thinking, well, can't do anything anyway, so just gonna get entangled and picked off. But it's gonna be the Warden, and now he sees it, and if the DK solo comes over, I'm not even sure he can do anything about this, however. Shadow Priest purchase perhaps could do something, or of course Acolyte lances.
Do that. Not getting the first one, not getting the Shadow Priest. DK goes for Coil over Unholy Aura, so he won't be in time at all if this goes well for Bo. Acolyte is trying to kill the Wisps, but yeah. Bo gets the Shadow Priest, gets the bit of healing. So now the big question, last hit or not? The Warden is so... What the fuck? Ah!
Lols.
What the fuck just happened?
She got bashed to death, dude.
2 minutes 48.
Ooh. Is that a record?
I think the Infi was faster. But... Ouch! That was unlucky.
Yeah, I was getting bashed a lot by that Thunder, to be honest.
Well, I guess that was the fastest lower bracket semifinal that we've had in a long time. WFZ makes it to the top 3 of this group. And WFZ, okay, he saw what was up. So he knows why his opponent tapped out. That's reasonable to get out of there. Because you need the Warden on high levels, and that's just not possible anymore after this. There's no way to make this work. Oh my. How unfortunate for HurricaneBO. We oftentimes say we need new blood in the scene and new players' faces. HurricaneBO survived the open qualifier, and yeah. Not the group stage, though.
Experience at the very least, I suppose, for him to play on the big stage, you know. Big stream, big tournament. Of course, the games themselves were rather disheartening. But that's the gauntlet you have to go through as the new player, you know.
Okay, people want to see the replay because they left or something. So, let's show the replay. We fast forward a little. Until the 2:10 mark or something. And show this to you guys. Because there was so much bash going on, it's unbelievable. So, wait a second. Why is that not working? I'm trying to get it to work. There we go. So, Warden comes in soon. Creeping starts. Okay, Warden is here. Let's see how many bashes this is. 1. Of course, if she's bashed, you can't do any damage. So here it starts. He's already down to 50%.
It's not showing, apparently.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Didn't happen yet. So. Wait, there aren't actually too many. Okay, wait. There aren't too many bashes. Here's the one. Or the second one, actually. And he just continues to bash. Bash. And then it's too late. It was 2 bashes in a row, huh? And that's the
I saw Starshaped earlier in chat. Starshaped, you still here? What do you think about tunneler bashes? What's your stance on those?
Salt in the wounds. Okay, that yeah, was fast. We go into the match that we all anticipated before going into this group. The winner bracket final is next. Lawlight versus TH. This is gonna be hype, and this is gonna be most likely the best games of the day. So stay tuned. We're gonna be back soon.